Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're at in the world. Hello, hello, and lots of good energy and vibrations towards you. I'm out here in California, and I decided to just take this channeled message outside like I did in the last message. I had so much fun doing it. There were some struggles with the mic and the wind and all that. So I'm trying something new. Hopefully this little guy is going to do the job. So if there is some sound obstacles, just know we're figuring it out together, and hopefully I did like a million testers and it seems to be okay. But you'll have to let me know if the sound works. So definitely give your feedback on that. Um Woo! Well, I just got super close to the camera. I was like, oh shit. We doing the recording. We're doing it. We out here. So as always, I need to ground as I do this with you because giving equals receiving. Receiving is giving. So let's just take a few moments before I even introduce myself, before I even tell you the topic. Let's just freaking ground. Maybe the topic is just grounding ourselves. If you hear a happy dog, that's Marley. You'll probably meet her as she jumps behind, but she's trying to find shade. So if you hear a happy dog in the side, that's what you're hearing. That's Marley, girl. You'll meet her as she's like a mascot of these videos pretty much. All right, so let's just tune in, whether you're driving or in a position where you can just create a sense of calm real quick. Let's just take a few deep breaths. If you're driving, you know the drill. Keep your eyes open, but just receive with your eyes open from the heart. All right, let's take a deep breath in. Exhaling, letting something go, maybe even some sound, letting that exhale really be present. Breathing in, root to rise, exhaling, surrendering what you can't control, breathing in, curiosity, breathing out, I am present and I am open. Amazing. We did it. Did you know grounding yourself can literally be that simple? Only three deep inhales that are intentional, and three deep exhales that are intentional. So yeah, it's easy as that. All right, you're gonna have to excuse me as I'm a little loopy here because usually as I do these videos, I just riff and connect and channel what is coming in the moment. That's the type of creator that I am. I've been the creator who goes all into strategy and just makes that the priority. And don't get me wrong, that is super a part of the creative process. Like, we need strategy to understand just all the things, right? Because the strategy is like the glue, it's the structure. It is the glue, actually. It is the glue to all of the beautiful, foundational pillars that we create. So we out here being super creative, super flowy. And something that came to me actually as I was walking up here, making my way. We're going up the mountain to channel, to create, to be of service. What came to me, it was actually kind of funny. It was like, make self-discovery your full-time job. Make self-discovery your full-time job. Your job, your job, your G-O-B is self-discovery. And what's so beautiful about that? I was like thinking about that little channeled seed that came through, and I'm like, oh my gosh, yeah. Because at the end of the day, we only have one freaking life in this body, in this identity, in this flow. Our soul definitely has multiple lives, but in this body, in this existence, we have one. And as you know, that's valuable. That's priceless. So what are you gonna do with this one beautiful life? Ain't that the $1,000,000 question that keeps us up at night? And maybe not literally up at night, but maybe that's literally the question that is so scary that we numb ourselves to the point where we don't even answer the fucking question because it's too much to handle. But what if we can unveil the layers of self-discovery in a way that is hand I wanted to say handable, but that's not a word. Digestible. What happens if we make self-discovery digestible, doable, easy, breezy, fun? Self-discovery is your full-time job, so you might as well make it fun. How do you make it fun? Well, first off, you shine light on the darkness. And the darkness is the fact that you're not going to have all the answers to who you are like that. It is an ebb and flow, it is a discovery. It is very much like climbing up a mountain until you get to the motherfucking top. And even when you get to the top, you're going to realize, oh shit, I got new goals now that I know who I am, and I'm going to climb another mountain and then another mountain and another mountain because change is inevitable. And that's the whole thing about like life is like the moment we realize that change is actually the constant flow of being human, things become more digestible. What makes life so stagnant is the fact that we're so scared of change. And I say this to you right now with such confidence only because over the last 3 years, I had to, for ascension reasons, it was just time to just like fucking do it. I had to make change digestible, or else, or else, or else. So I decided, you know what? I fear change. I'm going to make fear my BFF. And the only way to really do that is to create space. Excuse me, plant. Oh, how dare you be right there? Is to create space in your body to digest the fact that yes, change is a part of life. Marley, don't go too far now. She's so cute. If we can all just be a freaking animal, right? Like, or a dog, a happy dog or a happy cat, right? Embrace the animal within, right? Because look at dogs. They're just like, they sleep, they eat, they kind of socialize, and then they give you love. Like, their life is just so fluid. And I feel like they're the greatest teachers for us humans. How can we be more fluid? How can we be more fluid? I think that question has so many little golden nuggets. So please take it for a spin. I like to say it's time to throw spaghetti at the wall and you see what sticks and what doesn't stick. Because again, self discovery is an ebb and flow. You're not going to have all the answers in one shot, but it is your full time job. Whether you are conscious to it or not, it is your full time job in this lifetime to figure out what you love and what you don't love and everything in between. So let's just like soak into that, that just came through. And I'm trusting that that's a message for someone here. I know that I'm taking that as a message, even for myself. And, you know, being here together, we reflect one another. We reflect one another. So the light in me sees the light in you, and even the shadows in me sees the shadows in you, because that's super relevant to discuss as well. Is the light is the dark, and the dark is the light. And where the magic happens is in tongue twister, is in the in between of those two worlds, right? Because there is a duality factor of life in this 3D world, but there's so much more that lies in the in between. That is the multidimensional world, so to speak. That is where we turn pain into purpose, into power, into peace, and so much more. It's the growth, it's the metamorphosis, it is the ascension. And yeah, mic drop. What? So let me just see what else wants to come through. I'm going to take a moment, take a pause, let just nature do its thing and hold you. If you feel called to drop a comment of where you're at in the world, you want to say your name, your favorite fruit, because I feel like we got to eat more fruit. It's so random, but I feel like as spring and summer comes into the sphere, of course, this video is timeless, so it doesn't matter where you're finding it, but there's something so beautiful of just like eating from the tree, getting its nutrients, getting its natural sugars, just like having that vibration of like fueling yourself from the land, from the earth element, which is all about grounding yourself, actually, which is such a big pillar in the work of self discovery. All right, I said I was going to give a pause. Look at me talking away. All right, for real though, pause. Wow, it's so beautiful out, guys. Do you see this? Do you see this? This is amazing. How about a guess? Where do you think we're at? Where do you think we're at? I mean, some of you, if you've been watching my videos, you probably know, but do you really know the spot? Where do you think we're at? Marley, Marley, get over here. She's so cute. Like, I want to let her, like, free flow out here, but I'm like, wait a second. The last time I did that, she actually almost this is actually a funny story, and maybe there's some symbolism in it for someone here. But what's coming up is the time where we went on a walk out here just down below, and she had her leash on and everything, and there was these, I guess there was this family of beautiful deer. It was so majestic. It was like a mom, actually they were all females, but it was like a bunch of like female deers and like their little kids, maybe like 6 of them, and they were standing like 10 feet from us, like so freaking close, because I don't even know how we weren't loud, but they were just there. Marley saw them. Her animal instincts of like, I'm a lion now, just like went on full throttle. She yanked the leash out of my hand, started chasing them down the mountain. She went so far, and like I have like a little clicker for her that has like a tone and all that, and even a shock, but try not to use it. Honestly, in these situations, that's when you use it, like SOS moments. But I thought this whole time I was using it, it was off. But maybe that was better because I was a little bit frantic because I was like, oh my God, where is she? I had to full on like listen with my ears to the bushes, like miles down of where the fuck is Marley. And she had her leash, and my mind was racing to all of the worst things that could happen. Like the leash got stuck on a tree and she's stranded, and now I don't know where she is. Like all the things, right? Or like maybe she's hurt and she can't come back up. Like it was just this whole thing. So at the end, she ended up, it was like 45 minutes later, she ended up coming up the mountain. Her mouth was all fuzzy, fuzzing like white stuff because she was just like so thirsty, and it was hot, and no deers were harmed from my from what I saw. But it was a freaking adventure. And what's coming up now is a few things. One, maybe a deer is a symbol for you. So look up the meaning of deer. Even dogs, which yesterday I came to the realization, I was like, dogs are just guardians, guardian dogs. Like it was just like it just felt so prominent that dogs are guardians, earth guardians. So that's something random. Okay, but something else that's coming up too is the essence of a worrying. To worry. When we worry about anything in life, and yeah, like it's again, because worry and fear and holding on, you know, they all have their moments to shine. Like obviously it made sense why I was scared for Marley. Like that was like full on animalistic instincts just coming in like woo. You know, that makes sense. The adrenaline, wanting to nurture, to keep the things safe that you love. Like So there's like certain aspects where like worry and fear, they come into play, right? And they have space. They always have space no matter what. But it gets to a point where you ask yourself, is this fear? Is this worry? Is this, you know, me holding on to the thing so tightly? Is this really helping? Is this really helping me find a grounded solution? Or am I just making things worse, right? So this feels like a reminder the next time you find yourself wanting to grip, wanting to control, wanting to just let your fear hit the gas pedal, I encourage you to stop and to pause and to breathe. Take those 3 simple inhales and exhales and just regroup and just feel all the fucking sensations, the frustrations, feel that energy. You can feel into it and you can hold space for it because it is valid. We don't want to bypass anything. For generations we've been bypassing, and that hasn't been doing shit but keeping us in a loop of suffering, racism, inequality, war, greed. And that's a whole different topic in itself. But by us not feeling what is real, we basically suppress and close up our energy systems to become accustomed to infinite potentials. Marley, maybe this will be a perfect example. See, right now, my motherly instincts wants to be like, oh my God, where the heck is Marley? Like, oh my God. But here, let's practice what I'm literally telling you. Right now, I don't see Marley and I don't hear her. I can fear. But I can also pause and breathe and just evaluate what's going on. I can also drop into prayer. Dear archangels of the highest love and compassion, I'm worried for Marley. Can you please guide her back towards me? Thank you. Marley is safe. Thank you. I am safe. Thank you. All is well. Thank you. Marley! And I am going to use the tools that I have, right? Like, you have your tools, so you use them. So I'm going to tone her and just see if she'll come. But I'm dropping into the sensation from the belly, from the heart, knowing that everything's okay. Everything's okay, and she's going to come. She's going to come. She's going to come back from a relaxed point of view, right? You see? Like, I'm not going to lie. Like, this was actually very beautiful that we could practice it together because I am very nurturing. I'm a mother of this beautiful fur child. And the moment I don't see her, it is automatic to be like, oh my God, oh my God, where's my baby? No, for real. But that doesn't really solve any problem. 18, as I said that. So that was one example. But I feel like this is coming just to remind ourselves, that we can do more by trusting that everything will be okay and not like worrying frantically and like basically wasting our energy for the solution at hand, because it also doesn't mean that you're not going to face challenges. You might face a challenge, right? In that moment that something went wrong, like you actually might face a challenge. Like that's a possibility. But are you going to face the challenge from a relaxed, grounded, I can handle this energy? Or are you going to be frantic and like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. This ruins everything. Like, oh my fucking God. Like, how am I going to, right? So there's 2 different energies there. So that's just an example. And you are always in control of your energy. You are in control of your energy. There's some beautiful birds flying up above. Wow, I hope one comes like from behind and says hello, because I'm like looking up here, I'm like, damn, the view is gorgeous. All right, so let's see. Spirit, any other messages that need to come through today? So So we talked a little bit about worrying and fear and just how to navigate awareness based on whatever is happening, right? You get to choose whether you want to be aligned and fluid and I can handle it as it comes, or be frantic and like, why is this happening to me? And really put your control on external forces versus you are the energy, you are in control, you are in control. And then the other thing that's coming up that's like mirroring that in some way is like surrender, release. You know, we're talking about how when you hold on to too much control, you're basically telling like limitlessness, like, I don't believe in you. Shoo away, shoo away, even though the limitlessness is like here. But you're basically saying, I'm not a match for it when you hold on to everything. Holding on. Just imagine yourself carrying this massive freaking rock. I do not want to release. I'm okay carrying this heavy ass rock everywhere. Well, guess what? You don't have to carry that freaking weight around. You can actually simplify a lot of things when you surrender and release, when you just trust in the unfolding of everything that is not going as you hoped it would go. God, angels, whatever you call source energy, always has a better plan for you. But the thing is, most likely, we're all walking around holding this freaking thinking we know all the answers and know exactly how things are supposed to be. And we're just like not even freaking open to the infinite possibilities that could be. So this is a reminder to surrender. And I do that like a little grandma, little auntie, like, surrender. You know what you gotta do. But like really surrender. Surrender. I'll point the finger back at me so it's mutual, but I don't like finger pointing. That was so like not me, so I don't know why I did that, but maybe it's for someone. I don't know. Maybe it reminds you of something, someone. But anyways, so this is an opportunity to surrender, and make more space in your body for the things that you do want with openness of the how. So you don't need to know the strategy. We talked about strategy. Sometimes you just got to show up and free flow. Show up, let the heart lead you. Show up, let the soul tell you what to do, because all the answers that you think you don't have, you discover they're already within you. Like, how am I here recording and I just know what to say? One, I didn't plan this. Two, I learned through making self discovery my full time job. The more I trust myself and the more I spend time creating space in my body via energy work, breath work, Reiki, dance, even creativity, I build this self confidence within myself, this self trust. And that is freaking resilient. That is equivalent to having a 6-pack, an 8-pack, whatever you want to call it, because you know your worth. And I'm talking a lot about the gut space, and that could be, a sign for you as what's in that solar plexus energy of yours, your sacral. Like, what is holding you here? Are you feeling fearful? What is the shadow sides of the energies, the thoughts, the beliefs, the habits that you're holding here? And what is also the light? So just sit with yourself and ask yourself, what does my gut need? What is my gut trying to tell me? Because that's the space of your purpose and your creativity. And that is everything. Marley, here we go. Take 2. Where is Marla, girl? Shiznits. Oh, and here she is. Oh, man. Okay, come here. All right, guys. I think I'm going to end this here. To make this short, sweet, and potent. But just know that I love you. Always take what you need. Leave behind what you don't. Like I said, I come here to channel through just being an open vessel. I don't always have all the answers, and I'm sure there's going to be videos where I'm going to have to like even be like yo, I said this, but actually I experienced this and it made me change my point of view here. Like, again, self-discovery, right, is a full-time job, and you're going to learn on the job, and you're not supposed to have all the answers. So how can you make your life the best darn full-time job that you've ever been employed at? Because let me tell you, the monetary gain of you taking your self-discovery seriously, as if it pays you those big bucks, and it can pay you the big bucks, actually, that's a whole different cycle. Let's see if I can connect it in a big boom, because I want to end this video so it's not super long. But you get paid basically in your life, in living a happy, aligned life where you just know who you are and you lead and you live from that freaking gut space of, I know who I am and I know who I'm not. And I'm ready. I'm ready because I trust in what I see and what I can't see. I just trust because I know that God, I know that the angels, I know that I have a team of omnipresent beings with me. And I know that I'm always protected for. And when shit gets heavy and chaotic and just annoying in this 3D realm, when I can't figure something out, when I am leading too much in the mind, I remind myself that I need to step away and I need to zoom out and I need to come to nature. I need to get my butt on the mat, yoga class, meditation, go get some Reiki. Set time aside for you so you can make self-discovery a part of your full-time job, if not your full-time job, because your happiness goes hand in hand in how deep are you willing to discover yourself. All right. I love you. Mystic Maya, over and out. I'm just realizing I never introduced myself, but my name is Mystic Maya, and we hang out. We have open dialogue, we get creative, and we also bring some energy work into the field. All right. I love you. I'll see you on the next video.